The only story I have like that is when I was at survival camp in 7th grade with Dad when he went for my school trip, and we had to.
Oh, that trip
dig
must have been
holes.
legendary because you and Dad came back.
Yeah, we were changed.
With stories
Yeah, we were changed men.
of our lifetimes.
We were changed men. Well, first of all,
you were changed men. They were
yeah,
changed men.
We had to dig holes.
The looks on their faces too. It looks like Andy, like they had gone through 42 days on Naked and Afraid.
Well,
that's what it looked like. Dad's eyes were all hollowed out. I'm not kidding, dude.
Guess what?
What, Joe?
The Broly Love Pod is going live on tour, everybody, to Las Vegas! Whoa! Yes! We are going to the tallest point on the strip, baby, the Strat! August 15th and August 16th, a 2-night live event you guys do not want to miss, I promise you that. You have to get your tickets when, Matt? Right now, everybody! Go get them, they're on sale! Nothing is off limits in Vegas! Nothing! Might even be some live music, too.
Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Brotherly Love Pod. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. Check out our merch store. Merchandise is back in stock. New merch is coming. We'll talk about that later. The link is in the bio there. Other than that, what else, guys? I would say grab your heating pads because Andy did. Because old man Andy has a little lower back injury.
It's a mid-back lumbar injury.
Back injury.
Yeah, it hurts.
From overextending himself with his crazy workout.
No, it's got nothing to do with that.
Of course it is.
It's
you're hanging. Dude, you've literally become an orangutan. You're hanging from everything in the yard. And sure enough, he's like, up! And then when you least expect it, you bend over to pick up a toothpick, and you come back up, and it's... I can't move.
I was in the grocery store. I was loading my groceries, and I heard a pop. Yeah. Oh, it was so brutal. It hurts.
He was reaching for the Boulder and Company avocado oil chips, sea salt. Very good. The best, by the way. That's a shout out to Boulder and Company. Have you heard about them? They're great. Really good. They also have beef tallow chips now. They're making chips old school. Potato and tallow, bro.
Nice.
There's a company called Beefy. It is unbelievable.
Tallow is all the craze now.
Yeah. Well, here it is. Tallow was always the craze. Beef tallow, they used that. McDonald's used it.
Well, I want to say McDonald's used to have 3 ingredients.
Right, beef tallow, salt, and potatoes.
It was actually beef tallow.
Okay, what was it?
Potatoes and vegetable oil.
Oh no. Anyway, but
Ben and Jerry's used to have 4: cream, milk, sugar, and eggs. Now, cream, milk, sugar, and eggs, liquid glucose. Coconut oil, eggs. It's actually still not that bad.
Dude, it's terrible. They use guar gums and they use natural flavors.
Macaroni and cheese, though, used to be macaroni and powdered cheese, and now it's basically death.
Yeah.
Really?
Anyway, but regardless.
Wonderful stuff.
Regardless.
Gatorade. Used to have 3 ingredients in the glass bottle.
I know.
Now, Matt, what are you doing? You're littering.
It was amazing.
You're littering our coasters all over the studio.
Hopefully we're going to get, we're getting back to at least an awareness of kind of what we're eating, maybe. I hope, because that really is what we put in our
They don't make them like they used to, guys. They don't make them like they used to.
You can go down the list. There's so many things that trend, and obviously everyone's got an opinion about it, but that to me is more just, it's clear that, the results are in that natural flavors, guar gums, synthetic oils, seed oils, it's all bad.
I'm bored. What else?
Yeah, I'm bored too.
By the way, I'm drinking a delicious little tea with cinnamon. I like it. I really like it.
So grab your tea with cinnamon over ice and your heating pad, and then you too can be just
need something to keep me cool.
Old man Andy.
I need something to keep me cool. I keep my mid-back loosened up while I sit here and talk to you.
My mid-back's hot, and my mouth is cool.
While I talk to you, hoodlums.
So, guys, I went on a walk this morning because speaking about health, I always try to start. My wife got me hooked on it. 20-minute power walk in the morning is great for you, right? I never would do that ever. I would try to work out, but I never do the morning.
They've
walk
only been
in the
saying
morning
that
sun.
for like 30 years.
I know, Andy. I know. You know everything.
Everyone goes on morning
but
walks.
look, I was late to the game. Anyway, and out on our walk this morning, in our area, we have a lot of crows.
Do you really have to go to the bathroom on a morning walk?
No, I don't.
That's the only problem with the morning walk. You leave the house
with
too
an old man
soon.
bladder. So that would go along with
you leave the house too soon, and then you got to pee. You're like, should I find a bush? I thought about it today. Poor Shmi.
Man, I've got some funny stories.
He keeps on rolling. He keeps on rolling. You know that song? Old Man River? Right. But I'm not done.
I got some incredible
We'll get there. Go ahead.
Bathroom breaks in the wild.
What?
Experiences.
What have I done?
Wow.
What have I done? I started something
Man, oh man.
Can't
All right,
put
can
that
we-
back
can I
in the
talk about
box.
My walk first, then you can talk about your bathroom breaks in the wild.
Well, hold on. Well,
All right. Can he talk about it? You want
it's
him to
going to
talk
be
about his-
hard to get back to the bathroom breaks, but easy to get back to your walk in the wild.
Really?
Once we
Okay.
go on the walk in the wild, I don't know how we get back to these bathroom breaks.
He's in the wild. That's the correlation.
Mhm.
Hey, speaking of the wild, I took a lot of craps in the wild, and I can tell you
See,
in
that's
detail
not-
how I did it. And
really-
then what we'll do is we'll have Sam.
Oh, it wasn't me.
You took pictures of
What?
them.
It
so
wasn't
Sam,
me. It was a
Sam
friend
will-
of mine.
Who?
Oh,
Who? A
you're
friend
so
of
weird.
yours.
Look, you're laughing. Like
Yeah, I don't want
like a
to.
little
I don't want to give
kid.
it away. So let's just leave it as someone that.
Oh, sorry.
Joe,
It's my ring.
You know what,
Sorry.
dude?
I don't
We're
want to tell
doing
who
a
this person is, so I'm just gonna because it's
What
kind
is
of
it?
embarrassing.
What is it?
I'm just gonna say a friend of mine, but
Okay.
what?
for some reason this person always like would have to go to the bathroom when we were out somewhere really far. It was
What?
almost
What? Come on.
uncanny. No, almost uncanny. I mean, from
Like on a catamaran, you could just pee in the water that way, right?
right stuff like that. Like out on a boat, yes, that had, didn't have a bathroom per se, yes. Out on the beach in the middle of this like
Oh no.
crazy thing, and
Oh no.
just a hole in the sand with a towel over your lap.
Come on. A poop? A number two?
You're kidding me.
What?
No. And then off the side of a boulder, and you hear it rolling.
Come on, dude.
I swear.
Dude, shut
You're
up.
rolling down the mountain, catching leaves.
What kind of crap is this?
It's like a
Wait a
little
minute,
bit
wait a
of
minute,
a
wait.
rock
Was this-
slide.
Wait, what's that about?
It was so
Wait.
big you could hear it rolling.
Wait, was this
It
a
affected the ecology
was-
downriver. I'm
was this
serious.
a guy friend or a girlfriend?
I'm not saying, dude. Not saying.
A girlfriend you had took a poop off of a.
So big.
Come on, I do not want to give
So
away this
big that
person.
it rolled.
I don't know about so big. It's just when it got a little velocity.
But how much
It's the
weight
worst
did it have? It
conversation
had so
I've
much
ever. Can I
velocity.
leave?
Wow.
Oh,
My back hurts.
oh,
so much.
good
By
lord!
the time it gets down to the bottom, people are like, ah, it's this huge mythical
It's
ball
like a
of
dung
weeds
beetle.
and leaves and rocks
dung,
and sand
yeah.
and wow.
And in the middle is the core of the turd.
The one on the beach has got a.
Oh, that was funny. Actually,
it
was incredibly effective because, like,
Are you kidding me?
yeah, then the hole just gets. I dug a deep hole. I didn't want anybody to be finding this one. And then just a towel over the person's lap, and then I just sat by the water, and then
This is disgusting.
ran right into the water, and it was done with.
What about
What
the
did they
poor
wipe
people
with?
like in the water?
What do they wipe
and
with?
do you realize, bro? First,
How
off,
much poop is in that water?
All right, let's not talk about it.
No, the best part
Ignorance
is
bliss.
everybody's poop from the land. I'd say, Joe, there's a fly on that chair. Get it. Whack it, Joe.
I don't know
Whack-a-mole.
what to do with it.
Whack it
That's
with
one of
your.
my flies.
I don't have anything to get
That's
it.
a green bottle fly. That's one of mine.
Wow.
I raise green bottle flies, by the way.
Mhm.
They're incredible feeders for chameleons. They really,
Really?
get the new chameleons really interested. Joe's going for the fly. He got it! He got it! I saw it bounce
whoa,
off
easy,
it!
easy, easy,
Joe got the fly!
easy.
Although it was one of mine, and I raised it from a larva stage through the pupa, kept him nice and warm.
I didn't get it. The alien got it.
You got it with my alien coaster.
Great job on
It's a
catching
mug
that,
rug.
Joe.
Put it
Thank you.
down. Don't
Thank
use
you.
that to
Great
swat. It's not a
job.
fly swatter. It's a mug rug.
Mug rug, man. That's not a fly swatter.
Okay, so obviously Matt's got some interesting nature bathroom.
Yeah, he does.
It's not a Merc. It's a mug rug. Go ahead. Matt's been fiddling with the alien, putting it
Anyway.
places it shouldn't be.
Yeah. You guys don't have any stories like that?
No, Matt. My friends
Digging
don't
holes in the beach and
they
taking
use-
a poop? No.
bathrooms.
Yeah.
Off
Like-
the sides of boulders or
No.
off the bow of a boat?
No, the only story I have like that is when I was at survival camp in 7th grade with Dad when he went for my school trip, and we had to.
Oh, that trip
dig
must have been
holes.
legendary because you and Dad came back
Yeah, we were changed.
with stories
yeah, we were changed men.
of our lifetimes.
we were changed
bro.
men. Well, first of all,
You were changed men. They were
Yeah.
changed men.
we had to dig holes.
the looks on their faces too. It looks like Andy, like they had gone through 42 days on
Well, we had to
Naked and
walk-
Afraid.
Well,
That's
we
what it
had
looked
to-
like.
We had to go through
Dad's
a
eyes
swamp
were all
walk.
hollowed
Yeah,
out.
a
I'm
swamp
not
walk-
kidding, dude.
A swamp walk
They
in
looked
the natural gas
awful.
swamp where you jump in it and you feel like things are crawling up your legs, but it's natural gas.
Methane bubbles.
Methane bubbles. It was literally the most.
Why would they?
I'll never
torturous-
forget this. You told me that the camp instructor had like the top of a big 2-liter Coke bottle, and he was catching bubbles, and then lit it, and it was like it
Yes.
caught like a jet engine on fire.
Yes, yes. But also every day they would serve us the worst food that you couldn't even eat, really. Hold on. It was slop.
Survival trip.
Slop. Hold on,
Talking
wait.
About the
Slop.
food.
Wait, hold on. And if the whole camp didn't eat all the food,
Of course.
they poured it into a bucket, weighed it, and they served that much less the next day. So everybody got rationed.
Wow.
It was wild. We also got one match and had a crab catcher, had to go into the Chesapeake, and it was 40 degrees water temperature. It was 60 degrees out.
Yeah, it's cold.
And if we didn't catch a crab, if we caught a crab, we got one match to light a fire on the beach. And if we didn't light the fire, we didn't eat the crab.
Yeah.
Anyway, and there were so many spiders and mosquitoes in our tent. Anyway, one night, Dad was our
This is the
bunk.
legend.
He was our bunk captain because the parents went, and I woke up middle of the night because
Wait, did he leave or something?
Yeah, he left. No, he didn't leave, but wait a minute.
Went and got a room at the Holiday Inn.
He went and got a room in the Town and Country
He went
minivan.
and slept in the car. So
I see him. I was walking out one night because I had to go to the bathroom, and you had to like these pee holes. And I was like, where's my dad? I mean, maybe he went to the bathroom. He wasn't. And I see this one light from the parking lot, and I'm like, what? And I woke up there, and the seats reclined, the heat's on.
No.
Oh, he's out. He went
No.
to sleep. Yes, he did. He was asleep in the van.
Well, because apparently there was a gigantic spider in the corner of your tent, right?
Huge.
That was the story that I heard.
Yeah,
You
he
guys
didn't have a
flip out.
netting over his bed. So we had nets, but he didn't have a net, so he was worried. He probably would have got eaten
Dad doesn't
alive.
like spiders.
No, he doesn't like mosquitoes either, and there were big ones. Anyway, but that was the only time that we had to do that. The shower hole was this weird old rusted pipe in the woods. No curtains. Dude, it was.
Yeah. I've been on one.
Dude, it was brutal.
No curtains.
Nothing. No
What?
towels. We had to bring our own towel.
Weird.
It was bad. Dude, it was a wild.
We
7
dried off.
days.
We rolled in the sand.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It was a wild trip. It was a good
Bathed
trip.
in the
A lot of
Chesapeake.
great memories, but that night it was brutal. 7 days, brutal. I mean, they made it real.
No, I'm not kidding. You guys came back looking like you had just gotten off.
Oh yeah.
Naked and afraid.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Your
Yeah,
clothes
for
were
sure.
all tattered and
Well,
torn.
yeah. Okay.
I'm sure Dad's
Oh,
eyes
is it hot in here?
looked like Dad hadn't slept for the
I think
entire
he
week.
slept one night. Yeah.
One night in the car.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah. And then when I called him on the next day, and he was like, "Sorry, I let you down. I'll never do it again." But I had to close my eyes. I was so tired. Yeah.
Oh,
And he
my
didn't.
gosh.
But anyway, but speaking of the wild being out this morning, so I was on my walk this morning, and we have all these crows in the neighborhood, and we're also having this little rattlesnake issue. A lot of rattlesnakes, and the animal control has been called several times. They hide under the cars, but the baby rattlers, which are pretty potent because they don't rattle, right? Now I know you've said rattlesnakes don't rattle as much as they used to because they're
adapting
They're
to
adapting because people would hear
humans.
the rattle and get the snake.
Yeah,
So
they
they're not
would do
shaking
these-
those things as
they
much,
started
right?
doing these things in I think the 90s. They were called rattlesnake roundups, where they would go through all the hills.
Sounds like a ride.
I know
Rattlesnake roundup.
all the hills, all the neighborhoods, and they would go through the streets and the brush and the wildlife
Yeah.
with sticks and rustle the brush, knock on rocks,
And they would rattle, and then they know where they are, and they get them.
So, and they did that for, I would say the better part of a decade.
Crazy.
And so they wiped out a lot of the rattlesnakes that would normally rattle with their defense. So if there happened to be a female under a rock and she didn't rattle, and that was her first response, and the likeliness of her babies having that same kind of response is probably 6 out of 10. So
Right.
you're already now starting to push the population towards that way.
Not rattling.
To not rattling. So that is an issue. Also, yes, baby rattles don't necessarily. So the rattles, it takes a while for the rattles to actually develop. Like they have to harden. And so it's like a fingernail material with like another little fingernail ball inside of it, basically.
Crazy.
And it takes time. It's a modified scale, but it takes time
Yeah.
for it to harden
Yeah.
and develop. And and when they're babies, they have maybe 2 or 3 little rattles. Whereas every time they grow and they shed, they add a rattle.
Gotcha. So it becomes
Louder and
Right,
louder,
I get it, I get it.
longer and bigger. So yes, babies can be, if they do rattle, very quiet, or they might just not rattle at all.
and they
And
have
they
they
also
can-
they can't
they can
control.
bite, and they have the venom.
They have
Well, they
venom.
can't
They
control their
absolutely produce
venom.
yeah.
That's
Right.
the thing about it. That makes them so dangerous.
So people are
Well,
worried because of the little dogs and stuff.
Wait, let me
Of
finish.
course.
They can't control their venom. That's what makes them so dangerous. Unlike a normal who can dry bite and stuff, they'll just bite you and pump all they've got because their defense mechanism as a youngin is that to just
Well, yeah,
live.
well, yeah, too. Also,
it hasn't learned. Sorry, it hasn't learned.
No,
its
no,
ability
but
to do that
that's
yet.
very true, Andy. Also, a baby rattler has still a lot of the yolk sac from being in the egg.
Right.
Internally, it's got a lot of fats and a lot of nutrients, so it's still learning how to eat too. So those first initial 2 weeks to a month out of the egg, like Andy said, the venom is less to kill its prey for food as it is to strictly defend itself.
Yeah.
So they're much more likely to, like Andy said, expel their venom in
And
a
to
bite in that first month
Right.
until they start killing things and realizing, oh, now I need this venom to kill things. Because an adult, Andy's right, will dry bite to save its venom because it might need it that night when
Right.
it goes out hunting.
Right.
Snakes are very sensitive. Their
Right.
eyes are very sensitive
Right.
organs, in particular pit vipers. They have 2 pits on either side of their mouth that actually are like.
What are pit vipers? Rattlesnakes?
Well, that's
No.
a rattlesnake
yes.
is a pit
It's a
viper. But
viper,
what it
yeah.
means is
Right.
it's a viper. That's the category of snake.
Right, because vipers
And
are,
it has a pit,
right.
which means these 2 pits on either side, they're like
Right.
infrared. They sense the body signature, the heat body signature
crazy.
of small mammals and reptiles, right? That
Do
heat
they
signature.
eat like bunnies
Oh yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
I mean, absolutely.
and mice?
Mostly the rodents and the small reptiles, even birds. You know, they'll sometimes coil up in a bush, and if a bird comes by, they'll strike it. You know,
A little one.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, they're
What
vipers
about like
are incredible.
lizards? Do they eat those? Do they eat those-
Absolutely, especially
those,
with the younger ones.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to understand that they
There's a
become
very healthy
more not.
ecosystem of all that in our
Yeah,
neighborhood.
yeah,
all of
yeah.
that.
There you
Bunnies.
go, there
We
you
have
go.
mice. I often see the crows
Ground
carrying
squirrels, things like
ground
that.
squirrels,
yeah.
but I often see the crows carrying the baby mice in
Oh,
their
yeah, yeah.
beaks away all the
So,
time.
what pit vipers are known to do is, and the reason why they have those pit vipers is to go down a rabbit hole or to go down a
Right.
gopher hole because they can fit down perfectly, and they can do it in the dead of night
Right.
when they're in there sleeping, and they can actually stalk them with their heat signature pit vipers.
Interesting.
They know when they're coming, and of course their tongue will actually, in a sense, smell the air,
Right.
and it guides them through all these tunnel
Interesting.
systems right to those things.
Wow.
And then
What a
one hit, they back off because they're very sensitive. Like I said, they have these organs right all around their
Right,
mouth
right.
and then their eyes. They don't have eyelids.
right.
You know, when a shark, great
Right,
white
right,
shark,
Right.
hits its prey, what happens? That third eyelid goes back
Right.
to protect its eyeballs. Snake doesn't have that.
Right. So
So
they
it's
just
got
bite
it
and they
just
back
boom,
up.
or at least a viper doesn't have that. So boom, backs off.
Right.
That venom takes effect really quickly, and it's got 2 different types of things in it. One,
Crazy.
it'll knock the animal out. When I mean kill it, it's hard, it's lungs, but it'll also thin the blood, which will make it even easier for digestion. So it's a 2-part
That is
strike.
wild.
It's like a modified saliva.
Dude, that is
basically.
so crazy.
It's taking saliva to like the utmost extreme.
what an attack mode. That's crazy.
Yeah, snakes.
Anyway, so I was on my walk and then you know, you're going through all these, you know, doing our walks, and we had seen these little baby I like that pit viper. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, I don't know what killed it, maybe a car or something.
Oh yeah,
right?
that's hit by a car.
Hit by a car. So a little baby rattler was coming over. Can you guys see that?
Oh, that's a Western Diamondback right there. Wow, look at that. See the diamonds?
Yeah.
It's like so
Dude,
obvious.
it's perfect. Look at
They're literally that's a
It's
Western
perfect.
Diamondback. I mean, they're amazing snake.
Did
It's
it
a
have
shame.
the rattle on there?
Yeah,
You
look,
should have
look at-
taken it.
it's got
It's right there. Look.
You should have taken the rattler.
Well, anyway,
Put it on a necklace.
do you remember? By the way, do you remember when you
Or a
used to
hat.
walk in even the gas stations and you would see the Western Diamondback head in
Well, Arizona
like
Diamondbacks.
clear polyurethane
Yeah.
to sell?
Yeah.
All the snakeskin hats and all
Yeah.
the stuff
Yeah.
you used to see all around LA.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
because of the roundups. That's what they were
Gotcha.
doing with it. They were using the skins and the heads and the rattlers to make money off of all these snakes they were
What a
rounding
perfect
up. Yeah, it's literally a diamondback
yeah.
rattlesnake.
look at his little mouth.
Yeah, I know.
Dude,
See,
how-
that's
how did
a
you not
yearling.
snag? How did you not snag
That's
that
not
rattle?
that's not a hatchling.
It's a yearling, right?
It's a yearling.
yeah.
How
it's
did you
pretty
not
big.
snag that rattle?
Yeah, you're out of your mind. But anyway,
I mean, I'm talking. I saw a hatchling. It was curled up and it was like
oh, okay.
the size of a a
Okay.
peach.
So this was probably like this big.
Yeah, that's a yearling.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Here's what's crazy. Literally, we saw it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we go 2 feet past it,
Yeah.
and you feel this, whoosh, and I turn around, and this crow just came down and took it
Mm.
and went away.
Oh
It
yeah.
was wild.
Good eats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Never had snake?
No, I never had snake. We had alligator. Remember, we had alligator
Yeah.
at the Grand Floridian Resort in
Yep.
Disney World.
Disney
Yeah.
World.
We had alligator.
Yep.
And you know what? It was good. Like,
I didn't mind it.
yeah.
Didn't taste out of the ordinary. It wasn't
No,
like
it tasted like, I mean, I
"Ooh."
hate to say it, tastes like chicken.
a little bit. Yeah.
bit.
A little bit. Like
Yeah. Like a
yeah.
jerky chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was similar. It's just isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Alligator's pretty good.
I know. I mean, I haven't eaten it since, but that one time, remember we tried it.
I was like,
We were like, pretty good. They had like an alligator appetizer. It was like alligator skewer or something like that.
I remember.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, but how about that?
Yeah. Well, you know, the
Perfectly formed
roads,
little
right?
Rattler.
The roads are like these. They're perfect for reptiles. Such a shame the way we build our roads.
I know.
Because they're basically these almost
Heat pads.
heat pads.
The bluebellies lay out all day long on
Well,
them.
of course, because it's 4-inch thick asphalt rock. It's like the
Warm.
perfect. Yeah, it retains the heat even into the night, and that's why when you go herping, as we call it, which is when you go out.
It's a weird name, but yeah. You've said
What's
that
it called?
before. I just
Anyway, you go
I'm
out
a herper.
into like the deserts or anywhere, you know, and you shine your headlights and you drive slow on the road because the snakes come out to warm on the asphalt.
It's crazy.
And all sorts of lizards, geckos, all sorts of
We have
things
these
will come
bunny
out.
families that are so cute, dude.
Yeah,
and they're out in the day.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Yeah, well, they're not nocturnal. They don't want to be out during the night. Scary owls and all sorts of crazy
Right.
stuff.
Owls
Right.
are badass.
No, I'm telling you.
We have a lot of owls
anyway,
around here.
We do.
Anyway,
A lot of owls
the crows mobbed the owls, which we've talked about.
Yeah.
They mobbed them, right?
Mhm.
So because they hate the owls, because the owls eat their eggs.
And they're
Owls
direct
eat crow
compe-
eggs.
They're direct competition.
Right. So the owls will be mobbed by the crows, but the crows know they can't really attack an owl because they're pretty vicious, right?
And we've said this before, but we've
No, we
murdered,
have.
right.
But
Murder
here's
is
what's
what
so
you
crazy.
call a flock
Crows-
of crows.
There was, how about this?
Isn't
A
that
crow. Did you see that thing where the video was that there had been an injured crow who was down on the ground with a broken wing and was screaming? You know, 'cause like you
Scraping?
said,
Great
screeching,
word.
screeching,
We're gonna add that to
Screech-
the.
yeah. screeching. Anyway, and to Matt's point, he said that crows have a very diverse language. They have a lot of different sounds, and they also speak differently to different kids. So one of their offspring, they'll have a certain communication. The
They
other one
assign a noise or a
noise.
specific chirp
to certain.
to every
Right.
different crow, just like
Right.
a name for a human being.
It's crazy. So, and that's why they go to some, to other. I mean, it's crazy.
Right.
Anyway, he was on the ground and outside of a storefront. Okay. And they watched. Other crows must have been watching, and it really was injured.
No, I know.
They fed the bird.
I know where this is going.
They have video.
Yeah.
6 crows come down,
And start
move this guy out of the way, and they go like this.
pretending
And
because they know that they're going to get water and treats
Yes.
and taken care of.
they were literally
They were
making
feigning-
themselves
yeah.
look injured.
Yeah.
Like this actual injured crow. I couldn't believe it.
Did you see that one social media post about the parrot that made it look like a murder scene and that he had died?
No, but you told me about
What?
it. That is so funny.
What?
He knocked over the broom and then puts the broom over his belly, like as if the broom, broom handle was up in the
my
thing.
gosh.
He knocks it over and then puts it over him and puts his wing out and goes like this. Like as if it had killed him. And the owner comes in and goes, "Oh no, what had happened to my bird?" And the parrot goes like this. And then goes back there and looks up to see if he's looking.
That is so
Again.
funny.
So
What's that other parrot you kept talking?
Oh
The
my
gray
gosh.
parrot, right? The gray parrot?
No, this was another different kind of parrot that has a. It's actually
good bird.
a really bad bird. It only likes to get out of his cage to attack the humans in
That
the
is
house.
so terrible.
And every time the owner goes, "Okay, I'm gonna let you out." She starts out like this. "Okay, I'm not letting you out. Every time I let you out, you try to bite my toes."
No.
And it goes like this. "No, I'm a good bird. I wouldn't hurt you."
Come on, that's
Yeah.
disgusting.
I swear to God, she goes, "That's what you said the last time." "Oh no, I'm a good bird. I wouldn't hurt you. Look at me.
And then what?
It's okay.
It's
Just-
okay?
I swear, Joe, this is
Come
exact.
on, dude.
Just let me out.
God.
I swear she goes, "Okay.
We can watch
I'm
a
gonna-
show together.
I'm going to give you a chance. One more chance." She opens the thing and he comes out. He goes,
Ah, okay.
he goes for her toes. She goes, "See, I told you you're going to say,
No,
on.
I wouldn't hurt you. Ah!
and chase her around the house. And then she has to grab him and put him back in the
That's
cage.
funny, man. That's
And
really
he attacks
funny.
people. Anyway, so
Come on.
I'm right here.
Come here. Come
This is as close as I'm gonna get, baby.
here.
I think you're gonna bite my toes.
No. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Oh my gosh, you're so sweet.
here.
I'm
No.
a little bit.
Come on.
You're just so strong.
Come here.
See, that's
Come here.
why.
What's the matter?
I still think you're gonna bite me.
No.
I'm sorry.
What's
Yeah,
that?
see?
it's very interesting to see you think of that old expression, bird brain, how
Yeah.
it used to refer to something not being so intelligent.
They're highly intelligent.
These things are using psychology.
Yes. Dude, the crows were...
Like the
I just love
2 and 3 steps
You
of
should
psychology
see-
to get things.
If you guys are out there, look up the videos like crows faking injury like the other crows. I'm sure you could find it, but they come down, and this one guy, the first one to come down to do it, he takes his wing and he literally moves. The ones actually he goes moves out of the way.
Move him out of the way.
Yes, push him out of the way, and he goes, and he gets into position. You see this wing and this wing out, and his mouth goes like this. And he goes,
Yeah, I know.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, like they watched it to a T, and then they were
Yes.
like, one time is all it took, dude.
Yes,
They saw that bird get fed and get nurtured for
They know how
like
to
one,
do it.
and it was like, oh,
they know
I'm
how to
gonna
do it.
exactly that.
It is wild.
Well, my squirrels do. They know. Like they know that if they come and look at me with their beautiful little eyes, I can't
Like Puss in Boots.
can't help
Remember?
but feed them.
Yeah.
In,
They do that to me.
Oh my god!
And then
do those
they'll take like 4 nuts
Yeah.
in their little hands. Matt and I were watching them yesterday. They'll put way too many nuts in their mouth, and then they'll run around and bury them in the yard.
Yeah,
They're cute little squirrel hands.
bury them everywhere.
Oh gosh!
I love my
don't
squirrels.
know.
All my potted plants.
Really
Yeah,
terrible.
they're cute.
I have a thing. I don't like I specifically
You have
like
another thing. You have a lot of things.
I have like an OCD thing with potted
So do
plants.
I have an OCD.
Like
thing
they
with
have to
certain
be
things.
not only planted well, but I mean
pillows
like,
on couch.
the soil. Like if I do like a white sand on top, I don't
Yeah.
want
right.
it to be ripped off, and I want like perfect. I want leaves in there.
No,
I want
right.
leaves in my potted plant, and I saw all my potted plants out back. I got tomatoes, I got all these cool things. Right, I'm growing Baobob trees. I got some Baobob seeds, and they sprouted. It's the coolest thing ever.
What's that?
Baobab is a
Wait, is it Baobab or
Baobab.
Like Babs?
Baobab.
Like Barbara Streisand? Like
Baobab.
Babs? Babs.
Yeah.
B-A-B.
I think.
Not,
I mean,
not Baobab. Is it B-A-B? Is it B-A-A-B? Like Bab?
no
Or is it
B-A-B Baobob.
Baobab, baby.
I think.
It's not Baobob? Like,
Wait,
you know, B-A-O is...
Bob is B-O-B.
Right, Bob. Like
Bab is B-A-B.
Right.
So is it Baobab
Baobab.
or Baobob?
spell it?
I think it's a Baobab. B-A-O-B-A-B. tree.
Baobab.
Baobab.
You could
Bao.
also say Baobab. Because Bao
Baobab.
is spelled B-A-O.
Baobab.
You want to ask AI how to pronounce
Yeah.
Yeah, do
Baobab
it.
or Baobab.
Let's hear it, guys.
Hear it. Hear it.
Yeah.
What is it?
Baobab.
Baobab.
Joe was
Baobab.
right.
Baobab.
I love Matt's going around saying Baobab. What kind of tree?
Baobab. I guess.
What the
I don't
hell
know.
kind
I don't
of
know if that's
Baobab?
right.
But whatever.
But
Anyway,
Sam, what
Baobab.
is it?
I thought it was a Baobab.
You don't know?
myself, but
Oh,
I've
that's
heard
it.
that pronounced that way. I've heard other people like on documentaries say Baobab, and
I'm
when I
sure.
was in, and when I was in
I think it's Baobab.
Africa, that's what I heard.
No problem.
But anyway,
sure
I
they
might be
know.
wrong.
Sure they
I don't know.
No,
the
I just knew
pronunciation.
that Bao because my 2 older daughters love Bao. They love those.
I want some Bao.
Anyway,
I know.
they're these epic trees that are in Africa and also on Madagascar, and they're these ancient giant. I mean, they're like the tree of life type of tree.
You planted one in your
And
backyard?
they're very rare. No, I got seeds
Oh.
and I've sprouted 5 of them. But I have
all over the neighborhood.
I have one.
Ah!
I have, and they're also found.
invasive trees.
No. These things are. I have to baby these to get them to get to even. They're very slow growing. This is like a labor of love
Where
type
did
of
you
thing.
put
But
'em?
anyway,
Just-
they're just in little pots. They just sprouted. They're
Oh,
like this tall.
So you're gonna move them when they're bigger.
Yeah, hopefully. The key is just like.
You're not going.
And this is the thing. This is the only issue about when you're really big into like farming or gardening. This takes like my Baobab seeds.
Yeah.
Those won't be the
Baobab.
impressive. Baobab, maybe I don't know.
Bow 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 bow.
Anyway, this is like a 20-year project.
Okay.
But how cool would it be to have in the front yard a freaking Baobab tree? They're very rare.
better than those palm trees.
Hmm?
Better than all those. You can have the Baobab with the palm trees.
We have so many plants in our
I mean, you
yard.
can't even see in your front yard.
That's exactly the point.
I don't want to be able to see or walk.
Ask Gordon, my neighbor. He comes by. Every
Gordon?
morning. Yeah, he
Yeah,
comes
he's a
by
good
every
guy.
day, and
We
he's
love
like,
Gordon.
he's South African. He's like, I love the jungle.
Oh, I know Gordon. He's
Yeah.
great.
He's a good
Great.
dude.
Yeah, he's great.
Shout
People
out
love
to
my
Gordon.
jungle, man.
He loves the jungle.
I heard a guy. I
You know,
was
when
sitting
people
out on the
say
porch.
that, when people say that, they
I
like
was sitting out.
it's
on
like
the
a destination. Like they
sitting
want to
out-
visit it, but
I
they don't
was-
necessarily want to
Not
like
true.
have
I
it.
was sitting out in the porch.
Hey, I love that jungle.
I was sitting out on the porch.
Could be passive aggressive.
I was sitting out on
whoa.
the porch early in the morning.
Jungle
And I
love.
hear this guy's walking by and he goes, "Oh, it's the island." And this Jamaican guy goes, "This feels just like home. You're making me feel good." And I was like, "Hey, thank you. Good morning." He
Wait.
loved it.
Wow, he loved
How
the
did he
jungle.
do this? We have a fence.
No, I'm saying you could see it from the outside. You just can't
You
see
can't.
in.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He was in the yard
I
That was
invited him
another
in for
issue.
breakfast.
That was another issue.
He was.
Yeah. Hey, I love it. Hey, how did you get in here? I love it. That's great. Can
Trespassing.
you go though? Because this is my front yard. But honestly,
He's got the fire pit going.
yeah,
He's in the
there are
hammock
so
with
many
some
trees.
plantains.
There are so many trees.
Reminds me
though.
just like home.
There are so many trees, though. Honestly, it is wild.
Yeah, well,
And
I
then
take care of them all.
And then you
don't
have
I?
a hut too. You have that thing in the front.
And a
Right?
greenhouse.
Greenhouse.
Not a hut, Joe.
That's a beautiful view. Front yard, roots and greenhouses.
Roots.
Well, the roots of the trees. You see them. Palm trees.
The
they're-
Baobob.
and the Baobobs. Several Baobob plants.
I also want a screw pine, but
You know, we
really
didn't
hard to get
spend.
hold of.
We didn't spend
Bro,
any.
don't even get
We
me
didn't.
started.
The screw pine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're these really
I don't-
cool
I keep sinking.
rooted tree that has, the ones that has all those roots that kind of
Why are there so
extend
many
out.
just infantile jokes I want to make, but I'm not going to make
I
them
know.
because I have children. I'm not going to make them.
But they're all up and down the coast of Queensland, Southeast Asia. You'll see them even in Fiji.
Screw pines.
Oh, they're great. Anyway, they just remind me of the islands, and they're so hard to get. I've been trying to get one.
I know.
I'm going to replace all Matt's trees with spruce trees.
All the ones I sell here.
Aren't those?
I got so excited.
I'm going to do the
Peanut chew?
cypress trees. I'm replacing
got-
everything with
Why
those.
you-
Oh,
Matt's
the giant cypress, my least favorite tree on the
I know.
planet.
Get them all. We're going to rip them all out when
Yeah.
he's gone.
They're a giant straight pine column.
And then piece of them die.
Oh no, yeah, dude.
And then they look like-
drop pine needles all day,
But they
every day,
also-
and then on top of that, they are
Try to find an all green.
they become one giant high rise rat tower.
Yes, they
People don't
do.
realize this.
They do.
The rats love
do.
them. They
They do.
literally live in the entire thing
those cypress.
because they still
are
produce.
they cypress pines or what are they called?
They're
thought they were
Italian
spruce.
cypress.
No, that's
Italian spruce, maybe? I don't know.
No, they're cypress pines.
I'm
I'm
pretty
not
sure,
mistaken.
Joe.
What are they, Sam?
They're definitely the Italian.
Just kidding. I'm just
They're
kidding.
all over the Mediterranean, but
They are.
Let me see.
Oh,
I
my
thought they were
goodness.
spruce.
yes, I do. I dislike them.
They're horrible. Anyway, you
They're
were
just
saying.
not for. They shouldn't be here. And I
No.
don't like them.
I know they're terrible. Cypress pines. I believe that's what they're called. But
No,
maybe not.
they're Italian cypress.
Oh yeah,
and I-
spruce is it's like a Christmas
Yeah, I
tree.
love most things Italian,
Yeah.
but this one thing I do not.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's definitely it's
No, Italian spruce.
it is Italian spruce.
Oh yeah. They're
Oh
the
wow,
worst.
I was right.
Yep.
Wow.
What do you know? Right
Italian
again.
spruce.
Right
Yeah.
again. If I
Come
had
on,
a
man, you're
nickel.
not that right. Come on. Don't
If
be
I had a
bad.
nickel for every time,
Yeah, you'd have like 15
I'd
cents.
I'd be
Not that
retired.
much.
Yep.
But yeah, that's they're brutal and they're not pretty, in my opinion.
Well,
Because they die. Some of them die.
That's
and
our
then-
friend Brian Fortuna's favorite tree.
I
He was
know.
walking around the
Whenever he said
neighborhood
that,
and
I
he was
went,
like,
I didn't say
I
anything. I was
love
like,
those trees.
I was
We're
like-
like, we hate those trees. Well, Matt hates those trees.
Yeah.
I love all trees. Oops. Cheers.
it's not that I hate. I just don't prefer.
And
them.
I've been
I don't-
drinking. He just literally
I know.
why?
I
It's
don't.
Jack Sparrow, dude.
I know.
This guy is literally I don't know how he embodies
cinnamon
that
flavored
pirate.
rum.
But I mean, they put in me rum, cinnamon. Oh, cheers. Just bumped the microphone. I mean, and the thing is, you think he's joking. That was all organic.
I know.
Now he's going to somehow try to turn into a joke. Like that's not. He's morphing.
If we ever
into-
did move to the Caribbean,
oh my
one
God,
day,
Andy would be a pirate.
Andy would definitely get
In
a little
2
wooden
minutes.
boat.
Yeah. In 2 minutes, he'd have a patch. Like,
A
what happened to your eye?
A parrot.
But don't tell anybody, my friend. It's like, oh, man, where'd he get this hook?
I know.
And a peg leg, Andy. And my knee's starting to get a little chafed. And it's tough keeping the leg up all day. He's got to tapes the leg up. I mean,
Don't tell anybody, my friend. I have a guy hiding my good eye.
I mean, just,
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's like LeBron when he does those. Remember when that meme was going around, that viral video of LeBron?
It's so hot in here.
He fakes these
This
injuries.
heat pad
and he
is
was laying on the
killing
ground.
me.
He's like, oh, how?
And he
he's like,
peeks
"Woo."
to see if anybody's
Yeah,
paying
of course,
attention.
dude.
Like the parrot.
Yeah,
LeBron and the parrot.
the parrot underneath the broomstick.
Oh.
Anyway, that's Andy. But he literally just embodies everything about just Depp's characters.
See it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. You wore that Freddy Krueger glove around for so many times, and people thought you literally were Edward Scissorhands. Andy, you do.
Well-
You know you do. You got a problem. You got a problem.
I sleep with a Freddy Krueger glove. What are you talking
No,
about?
you just embody Jack Sparrow everywhere you go. How many years have you been a pirate, dude? So many. So many years.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what it is. Andy's never changed. Andy's still the same. You know,
Mm-hmm.
even when we were putting together this pod, he wanted to just. He said, "Could I be a pirate on the pod?" You're like,
What
no,
are you talking
you got to be
about?
yourself. Remember when he
Joe's
said that?
on
I will
the-
only do it if I could be a pirate.
Joe's on the street. I mean, where he's
know.
like,
Because I love the alliteration. That's what you said. I want to be a pirate podcaster, and we were like, Danny, that you can't do that.
no, I said I wanted to be a pod pirate.
A pod pirate.
Yeah, but
Yes.
no, I didn't
that's
never say
right.
that,
No.
but that does have a better ring to it.
Does it have a better
Back to the nickels.
Pod pirate?
Pod pirate. Oh,
Yeah, something about that.
I don't know. It's weird. It's like screw pines. The whole thing is just creepy. All these words.
I'm a
He just said he loves the screw pines.
a screw pine.
I mean, it's just. Oh,
Gosh,
God.
this is some good-
is tying cypress.
You guys are really weird. Did you ever think we'd be doing a podcast? Honestly, did you ever think we'd be
After
doing
this episode, we might not be.
Well, that's true. Absolutely, Andy. Cheers to that. Even your cadence, you've become Blackbeard. But it's just so funny to me that, like, did you ever think, like, honestly, like 10 years ago that we'd be doing this?
I mean, I did say
Somebody
we
said, "Hey guys, we're gonna all come back together again." TV show? No. Movie? Nope. Podcast. What?
Yeah.
And here we are.
I've been saying this for years.
You've been saying this for years, huh? You've
Yeah.
been saying what? That we should be doing podcasts?
Something.
No, you didn't. You said we should be doing something, anything, guys, please.
Exactly.
For the love of God, can we just do something together? And then we came up with this genius idea coming out of COVID, right? And it's paid dividends, Joe.
Oh,
You think I could afford these amulets? Look at Andy wears all. Look, he's got doubloons on his
I
neck
know
right
he
now. He's
does.
wearing
I know he does.
ancient coins.
Look at this.
Look at this doubloons.
The pirate coins.
It's a, what did I just tell you? He's wearing pirate.
Wait, what is
It actually is pirate
They're
coins.
shipwreck gold. Yeah.
Shipwreck
But I think it's
gold.
What does that
gold.
mean?
It's gold found from a shipwreck.
And how did you get it?
He went there.
I found the shipwreck. No, I bought it, unfortunately.
And you're
Fortunately.
sure? Like,
Yeah.
you're sure?
Yeah, it's all dated and documented. Like when you buy pieces like that, they have to. They have it like in.
Joe knows.
Yeah, you get a
Actually, that's
Certification.
actually not. These two are shipwreck coins. This one's a Roman coin.
Roman, the bigger one, but the little ones are shipwreck coins. I have one.
And you know for sure.
They're certified. Yeah.
Yeah, they come with certificates.
Yeah.
Certified lover boy. Dude.
What? the
Better
heck?
never go to
Kendrick
Cellbach
Lamar.
1.
Yeah.
You guys are the weirdest. Why did I do this? I sit here every week. You guys just put
Wow.
into
So
some
you got
creepy
certified, so that coin around your neck was being exchanged between hands in the pirate days?
song. Yes.
I mean,
Who forged it?
I don't know.
Is it Spanish? Is it
It actually
British?
is.
It is
Spanish.
Spanish.
Really?
It is Spanish.
That's what I figured.
yeah,
These two
of
are
course you
Spanish.
did.
Looks like I
Came
know
from-
my pirates.
Not like Andy.
No.
Nobody knows pirates like Andy. He knows about close and personal.
I have
He
the
is
world
one.
map like the little girl from Waterworld on my back.
Yeah.
Tattooed between my butt cheeks. That's all you can see. You have to spread the butt cheeks to make the map work.
Look at the Caribbean. See these little islands? Are those hemorrhoids? Nope.
X
Islands.
marks the spot. Careful.
No one will ever find this map.
Don't get too close to that little X.
No.
Never know what might be popping out of there.
No one will ever find this map.
This is so freaking odd.
Where is
It's
it?
so weird.
They said you had it tattooed on your body. I don't know. We checked everywhere.
Oh,
Bend
God.
over. I will not spread those cheeks. I will not.
Just
Can I quit?
you, please. I'm already quitting my mind.
I'm going.
Like I was saying, we started this weird pod, and it's turned into something thanks to all of you who put up with us every single week.
What is
And
Matt
it's amazing.
talking about?
I don't know. And then, but wait a minute.
You.
But here's
You've
what's been
ruined
kinda
this
cool.
episode.
He hasn't ruined
What are you
it.
talking about?
You ruined it with telling us where your map was. We didn't need to know
That was
that.
him.
No, that was you. You told us that before we went to air.
Lie. It's complete lie.
Good looking out, Joe.
Disclaimer. My brothers are
One
lying.
thing you won't do here is lie. You know you told us where your map was before we went on the air.
You specifically said if you spread the butt cheeks, the X will mark the spot. You told us, and you said you're the only two other people on the planet that know. Besides that one other fellow from the restroom.
Oh my gosh, Andy. Andy,
Well-
you are so quirky. It's so much fun to have fun with you because you're so quirky. He really is. He really is. He loves desert tones and pirate booty, and he just is such a
I
quirky
do
guy.
like gold and gems.
Yes.
Like,
No,
like
I
amulets.
do too. I do too. I agree with
Amulets
that.
are
I agree
like-
with that. Well, we all have these matching rings, which are
I
kind of
would
cool.
I would love a small little.
Andy made us get all these. We all got these matching rings. You wearing yours? You're not wearing it. You aren't wearing yours? Perfect. So I'm the only one wearing our matching ring.
Yeah.
Well, you see where the loyalty lays, everybody.
I
The
would.
oldest brother.
I actually would like a little chest, and in it, gold coins and
You remember?
jewels.
You remember? You could buy. Remember in the you can't. I don't know if you can anymore, but remember when you go through Pirates of the Caribbean
You definitely
yeah,
can.
and you could buy the little leather pouch
Yeah, that was
with the
I
cool.
fake.
still have one.
Okay, I loved it because
But I want a
was
real
wondering
one.
what came first. I think
The chicken
my
or the
gut
egg?
is no way. Hold on, because in Goonies, remember when he took out his marbles, and that was the bag they.
Yes,
that-
of course.
I think, in my opinion, because Pirates of the Caribbean obviously came out long before Goonies, I think somebody, maybe Chris Columbus, saw that and was inspired because it was exactly what was in the Pirates of the Caribbean gift shop. The same little suede bag
Yeah.
with the fake diamonds and emeralds and rubies and all that stuff.
That's cool.
And that's why I loved it, because we actually had that, Matt. Remember we'd always
Yeah.
get the pirate gun,
Oh yeah.
remember? And the patch. It
Yeah.
was so much fun going through that gift shop.
I know.
That one in particular was
Yeah, that
really
was
fun. I
fun.
don't know if they still have the fake. We should, next time we go, we should look, because I'd be curious to know if those still exist in there. They change so many things over years, but
yeah.
that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, I really can't believe that this pod has lasted as long as it has, and now it's growing to a point where like we're taking it, on the road coming up here, which is weird. And we're gonna have more about this soon. We're gonna get into all the details and be very specific, obviously, because
The gory details.
yes, because we want you guys to come out and support whenever you can, if you can, throughout the country as we take the Brotherly Love Pod live on tour. As we said, we've been working on something specifically in Viva Las Vegas, and we will get into the details of that very shortly. But we have a very exciting couple of nights, 2 nights, exclusive event
Yes.
where we are. It's going to be the pod on steroids. A little
Wow.
something more than just the pod. It's not just us sitting at this table.
No.
No. We may or may not have a small house band.
Yeah.
We may or may not have some interesting guests. We may or may not go out into the audience and do a live Q&A on air, like with everybody that's there to support us. Pretty cool. Why are you looking at me inquisitively? You're the one we're sending out. That was your idea. You're going to be like, Joe,
As if that's one of
Give
the,
me that
the
microphone.
The big thing for the show. So that's like, yeah, that's cool.
oh, is that cool? I think that's pretty cool.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of other stuff part of the show that will be very entertaining and fun for you guys to come out and see. We're putting a lot of we're putting a lot of work into it, and we're really excited about it.
Yeah. Well, guys, that's it. I've talked 3 times as much as you guys, which is
Normal.
abnormal. No, it's not normal.
That's
Matt's usually the one
status
pontificating
quo.
the stories.
What?
Stories about turtles and stories about
No,
hatching
I gotta
flies.
say,
hatching flies.
No,
and,
that's-
yeah.
I gotta say, it's hot in here though. guys.
What?
Turn-
You say it one more time.
Because
It's
he's got
because he's
his-
sitting on a pad, dude. He's been sitting on a heating pad.
I want a heating pad.
Be
I'm
nice.
I'm
You
gonna
know
bring
what?
my heating blanket down.
Yeah, that'd be good. You're just sitting under a blanket. Oh, God.
Ooh,
Your
like
electric
ET.
blanket.
We should do a pajama party episode.
Yay!
Turn out, go all black light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Blacklight.
glow in the dark.
Yeah, so we all glow. We'll have white heating blankets, so we just sit there like those.
No, I was about
those-
to say, if you just get a bunch of white lint, dust it all over you.
Yes.
No, but what we should do is we should have a pajama party and all take a nap.
When was the last time you had a pajama
Ooh.
party, Ed, with
Yeah.
2 other grown men? Weirdo. Give me that. Give me the mango. Give me the mango, Joe.
Just don't
we got
open
some
it.
dried mangoes.
I brought it, as a matter of fact. I
Oh,
did.
Wow.
Yeah, it's my mango, so go easy on it.
I need
okay?
a
Love me some dried
Me
mango.
too. Matt can
Because
kill
I
a whole
love
bag.
the
I could kill the whole
mango
bag.
bites.
Probably get a tummy ache.
Yes, I love the
There's
mango
like
bites.
18 mangoes in here.
There are.
Can I have the bag?
Sure. Why don't you make a lot of noise for everybody listening in their cars?
This is the good stuff,
If
dude.
there's anything that hasn't driven them away
Do
already,
not
it'll be
get the
that.
dried mango that has all the stuff in it.
No, you got it. Did you see the ingredients in that?
Organic
It should be just organic mango.
dried mango.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't be any.
Good source of vitamin A.
It is very good, very good.
Thank
Mango and super lean proteins are great for you
Mhm.
throughout the day. Grass fed beef.
I got a couple of mango trees growing out front.
Do you?
They're really hard to grow out here.
You
They
know,
really like the tropics.
I missed the boat with the papayas that are at Dad's house because Dad has these amazing papayas that are growing on the trees back there, and I missed the boat by a couple of days. I cut it, but it was not ripe anymore. It was too ripe.
Oh, too ripe?
It was too ripe. It was soup. I opened it up
Oh
and I
my
was like,
gosh.
"It had a weird smell. Yeah, I missed it.
Wow.
You know, papaya is very touchy. If it gets like mango can be a little too ripe and it still tastes sweet and good.
Oh yeah.
Papaya when it's too ripe.
No,
is
papaya
bitter,
has papaya has this like
creepy.
it can get pungent.
It's not good. It smells
Yeah.
like feet.
Yeah, it can get very pungent.
Yeah.
Type of
And those seeds, like, could they have made a prettier seed?
Hey,
You open them up, it looks like weird little like.
those seeds are actually, they're actually an anti-parasitic.
They are parasite seeds.
Papaya seeds. And
Pomegranate too is good for that.
have you ever taken a papaya
Okay,
and when you
probably not.
when you score like a plant bark or
Yeah.
anything and you see milk?
Yes.
Well, when you do it on papaya, it's this clear Vaseline like solution,
Really, like aloe?
and it's pawpaw. That's what they make the pawpaw out of.
No.
I kid you not. And you can actually take it right off of the papaya
Really?
skin. Yeah, look it up. Right off of
Put
the
it on your
papaya
lips?
skin. Put it around your. It's incredible because what the papaya uses to heal itself is this incredibly waxy
Wow.
healing solution that is really good for your lips, eyes, skin.
Very
Anyway,
good.
I by chance I was like, I knew that it had already been I knew pawpaw was always made from papaya,
Yeah.
but I didn't realize, and I was scoring it to feed some animals, right? Just the skin. 'Cause sometimes the skin is good, but I wanted to loosen it up a little bit, and then I sat it on the table.
Look
and
at all
like
this
20
ooze.
minutes later, I comes out ooze. It's like this perfectly clear, beautiful, waxy, and I'm like, and I pick it up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels like it's pawpaw. I literally got my pawpaw out of the container. I was like,
Wow.
it's almost identical. It's pawpaw.
You put it on your lips?
Yeah.
Wow.
Good stuff.
Now he's got that little lip fungus, but
Hasn't been
the crazy
identified.
thing
it'll clear up.
I got a papaya growing.
Hey, I can't. The root system is in here. It's done.
Look at
Um,
new molar.
yeah, that's cool. So
Yeah.
you learn something every day right here on the Buddy Love Pod, everybody.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I guess that's it.
What a waste of 45 minutes.
No, it's 47 minutes. Don't cut us short.
Thank you for joining us.
Just
and having
kidding.
a conversation just like we do every day.
Yeah.
Whether
Well,
there's
honestly, the
cameras
last-
or not, whether
Yeah,
there's
the last thing I'll say
microphones or not,
the last thing I'll say is
we'll be here.
we will.
Chit-chatting away.
People have always said whether we have guests, whether we don't have guests, it always feels like a little dinner table or lunch conversation.
That's what it is.
It's what it is.
We just got
I
together.
had a good drink, good cocktail, some mango.
We know you've been drinking. It's what you sitting on a heating pad with some rum.
Here's the Caribbean, gentlemen.
Yeah, hey guys, here's
I hope to see you
Yes.
there someday soon.
Amen, brothers. Amen.
here's to you guys. Here's to all of you out there listening. Thank you so
hard.
much for continuing.
It's
to
summer,
listen.
by the
Summertime,
way.
baby. Temperatures are rising.
Love it. My favorite
Love
time of
Pod
the
is
year.
going on tour. We will keep you posted with those dates.
Yeah.
We promise. And we're super excited. We hope you guys can join us. We'll give you enough lead time. Maybe there'll be a quick drive or a cheap ticket. You can come in and see us, and we'll have a great evening together. So anyway, God bless everybody. Have a beautiful weekend. We'll see you next week right here on the Pod to Pod.
Pod to pod.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on the Brotherly Love Pod.
Please like and subscribe on our YouTube. And check out our online merch store. You can find the link in our show description.
And we will see you
Next week.